Okay, I took my Masse book back out, and I took out a few of the categories. I thought we could try this one, which is like landscapes, cars, birds, and then this I'm pretty sure is circles, which I could, you could have a lot of fun with that, I don't know. Is it circles? It looks like it's circles, but I don't know. Oh, this is a big circle of these little tubies. So, yeah, circles I thought would be fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut out stuff. I will start with cars. I don't have to do any fussy cutting for birds or cars. So, cars. Flip to a page. I might do this because that's going to be for flowers at some point. And this was my doggies. Did I show you the doggies yesterday? I think I did. All right, we'll go back here. We'll go back here. And move this crap. Let's see what we've got. Cars. And what I like is I tend to get cars, a lot of different cars from a lot of different eras because I have a lot of different age magazines and books. I get a big variety. I have no idea what this little tiny, it is an itty bitty little truck. I do not know if I will be able to put that in there because it's going to get lost. Okay. Maybe here, maybe here. We'll put that there. And, of course, we have to get our handy dandy glue book, our gluing book. This is to glue stuff on without getting glue everywhere. Okay, so watch and learn if you have never seen this before. Oh my God, I'm almost out of my glue stick. See if I could get enough on this page. Okay. Cars, 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 cars. Peeling things up after they have been glue sticked and then sticking them back down again is usually not a good idea. Just an FYI. All right, I'm gonna need another glue stick. I guess I could pull out the big guns, and I have this little one. I don't know what this little pink dude is. I don't know what he is. This, we got this, this, this. I like this little Jeep dude. Little trucky, Jeepy looking thing. Fancy. I just dropped a car. You always end up dropping things, you know? And I'm so far from the floor because I can't get my chair. I can't fix my chair. They're supposedly sending me a part for it. I officially complained to the company because I can't get my chair to go up and down anymore. So my chair is just up. That could be something. Then I got a ton of these little red bands. There was like a point in the 90s where they would have that the ad would be a page of these. So I've cut a lot of those out. I have this car too. That's a 2-piecer. Oh, this one's a 3-piecer. This one's a 3-piecer. I'm sure the nose is in here somewhere. Maybe it's not in here. I have no idea. Truck. All right. I don't have a vision, but I know what I have at least. Maybe. This. I don't know where my husband's going. He's going to be mowing soon, so if you hear that, if you hear the mower, I apologize. For I cannot control it. I guess I could put this here, right? Or van. Fantastic. We'll put the van there. Put the van there. the van there? Do we put the van there? Truck, 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 truck. Okay, all right, we got to start. We have a plan or something. I gotta get the piece that dropped. So my allergies, the ragweed is like really bad. It's so bad that like my daughters, both of my kids are being bothered by it. And, you know, it's just really, and I know it's like everybody says this every year, but it's really getting worse every year. I don't know what it's going to be like in like 10 years from now. Because in the last 5 years, my allergies have gotten so much worse. And I know, I should go see an allergist, but the problem with the allergist is whenever I go there, they want to put me on a ton of stuff, and the stuff they want to put me on I don't think is very good for you. I don't want to be on a steroid. You know, I don't agree with that. I don't want to be on steroids and stuff continuously. Oh, I love this gypsy thing. I don't know if it goes there, though. I just don't know. Could put this big, long line of cars up. Or we can wait. We'll wait, because they're little. I might put that over something. Dodge Durango. Put Mr. Dodge there. I'm kind of mad that Prime didn't have my glue sticks on sale for Prime Day. They usually do. I usually stock up on them, but they didn't this year. Nope, they did not. They did not have them available on sale anyway. Guess I could face the car down. Sure, why not? Nosedive car. The humidity is so bad here that the grass is soaked from the dew at night, and then it does not dry at all. Yesterday, some of the grass dried in the sun, hitting, you know, in the beaming hot 89-degree sun yesterday. But it didn't, but anywhere that there was any kind of a shadow, it was soaked. And our grass is like super tall because we live in a jungle these days. You know, we've gotten so much rain this summer. I'm sure you've heard me talking about it, but it has completely destroyed my garden. I've given up. The only thing I've got coming out of it now, I got a good amount of peppers, which, you know, is exciting because I love cooking with peppers. And I have some butternut squash that are coming up, but even the butternut squash now, the bugs are getting to it. So I don't know how much of the squash, I don't know how much butternut I'll be getting, but hopefully, you know, I have one good one. I thought I had two, but come to find out the ants were living in one of them, but I have one for sure. So yeah, that's been a thing. And it's everywhere. Like the local farms around here have all closed up early, from, you know, like the berry farms and some of the just farm stand type places. They've all had to close early for the season because everything just washed out. You know? I don't know if I have the front to this thing. But that's okay. We can have him coming out of a page if we need to, right? Right? We can have him coming out like this, but I'm going to just check and make sure I don't have the nose of that car. Truck. I might not. That looks like it came from a National Geographic, and they tend to have weird things like that coming out of, you know, pages. So I'm going to assume that I don't. Well, of course, I just dropped another car. We're going to put that there. I've got 2 glue sticks open and going here. It's like gluomania. I've been dying to sew. I started a purse for myself a while ago out of upholstery samples, and I really would like to finish it. I just have no clue what I'm doing. I just have no clue how to finish it. I want to make it into a backpack because I like to carry around a backpack purse because it leaves my arms free to, you know, rummage if I'm at the flea market. Or, you know, it saves on my neck and my shoulder if I'm at the grocery store and I'm walking around for 5 days. So I gotta learn how to make it into a backpack. I might cut straps off of another backpack, but I gotta see if I have one that I want to cut the straps off of. Because I might not have anything to cut the straps off of that I want to get rid of, and I might have to find something secondhand, you know. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. And sometimes, like, I just want to sew for no reason. Like, sometimes I just want to put fabric together and sew it like a glue book, but like a collage of paper, but with fabric. I don't know. I don't even know how I would begin that. You know, it's overwhelming because I've got so much fabric. And, you know, like we all tend to accumulate a ton of fabric for some reason. I have so much fabric, and I have so much different types of fabric, you know, cottons and linens and things like that. But I recently went through a bunch of our clothes, mine and the kids' clothes, and I harvested clothing. Okay, so I took the prints that I liked. Some of them had, you know, some of them had a picture on it that I liked, that I cut that out. I harvested a pair of my pants, and the pants were still fine to wear, but they don't have pockets, and I'm really in my pocket phase right now, so I really need pockets, you know. So I did that with the pockets, the pocketless pants, and then I have another pair that's pocketless, but it's like a bunch of different designs, so I'm just going to leave those as is and cut off of those whatever I want to use. And the kids' clothes have a ton of stuff, of course, so when you're out junking and yard sailing and stuff, make sure you look through the kids' clothes if you're looking for fabric things, okay? Because you'll find some awesome fabric. I don't know, I guess they would be like an applique, because, you know, I have some pants that I wear. I wear like these stretchy pants that have pockets. They're like a legging with pockets, and it's what I wear. It's what I wear all the time, pretty much. I have it in capris, I have it in shorts, I have the same like material. So I have some of them I have ripped holes in. The quality of these is amazing. Like, the quality of these pants is incredible. I have torn holes in them from getting them caught, like in my husband's workshop. This is the one example I can think of. There was a boat motor, and it had this rod piece sticking out, and I caught my leg on it, and it tore my pants. I have a saw in here, and the edges of the table that we put the saw on the edges of the table, the corners are metal and they're rough edges. So I tore my shorts on that the other day. So yeah, that, you know, I'm going to cover those up with some cool things now that I have harvested from clothing, you know. So yeah, harvest your clothes, people. Harvest your clothes. And I'm not even going to lie. I have bought things in recent years specifically so that when I'm all done wearing them, I could use the fabric for something. So, you know, you have that cool option with whatever you're doing, you know. But yeah, this little car just wants to live somewhere and it just don't know where it's going to live. It just wants to be part, here, we'll put him here. He wants to be part of the party. This ugly little thing. How many minutes am I in on this? 5,000 minutes? But yeah, I mean, you know, harvest your clothes, man. Harvest your clothes. And I was really against, not against, I just didn't know what to do with synthetic fabrics that I was, you know, that I wore and that I owned. But I'm kind of just cutting, I mean, a lot of what I cut up is like a nylon spandexy stuff. I'm just cutting it up and using it. I see people slow stitching with all kinds of crap. So honestly, like, this would have gone perfect there if I didn't put this little sucker there. Can we peel him up? No, we cannot peel him up. He is there forever. So yeah, you know, I am just rolling with it, people. Rolling with the flow of the clothing flow. We'll put him at the top there. I might have too many cars for my space, but I am going to get rid of all those little red Vans because I have tons of those still in my stash. So we're gonna hide those little red Vans. It's gonna be like, find all the red Vans. Oh, speaking of which, I have a project that I am going to do for my kids for Christmas, and I need your help. I need help from the people. You don't have to. I mean, you don't have to do anything. I want to make an I Spy book. Do you know those books? I Spy books? I've wanted to make this for years, but didn't know how to execute it. But I think I know how I'm going to do it now. And I want I Spy pages from you. Or if you don't want to put together a page, collage fodder, you know, images and stuff, and I will make a page in their book for you, okay? And if you have, you know, you could make a page and then make a thing that says, you know, I spy 3 red Vans, you know, and then they pick out the 3 red Vans, and I spy a blue car, and you pick out the, you know, so you can write the thing or I can write it. But I would like to have like, oh, I just did that on there. Did I get, nah. I would like to have like, you know, between 5 and 10 things per page that they can look for, you know. So yeah, if you're interested in doing that, shoot me an email, okay? And I'll send you my address to mail it to me. Whether you do a page or just send me an envelope of stuff, and I'll do a page for you, and I'll say, hey, you know, and I'll put on there, this is, you know, Joe's page, okay? So just let me know if you're interested in partaking in such an activity, because I'm pretty pumped. I think I'm going to take one of my book covers. You know, I don't have a whole lot of book covers. I only have like 45 zillion covers. So I think I'm going to take one of my covers. I will make a really heavy reinforced spine. If it doesn't have a thick spine, I might do a hidden spine if it does have a good size spine on the cover itself and everything's in good shape structurally. I might do that. And just either maybe alter a book. I guess I could alter a book, or I could just use a cover and add heavy pages. I have lots of good quality mixed media and watercolor paper. I have large, like legal size sheets of paper. I've got all sizes. I got all sizes. I got all the things. I got all the paper. So yeah, if you would like to do that, nobody is obligated. It's not like I'm going to look down on anybody for not sending in something. But if you would like to be part of it, because my girls love those puzzles where you search for things. So I thought maybe they would like a puzzle that you search for things that I made. You know, that's a gift from their mom. Mom and friends. You know. And then I might even laminate it, laminate the pages. So if they want to circle the things on them, you can easily clean it off. You know, I might do that. I have a nice laminator. I don't know, because, you know, laminating is big. I don't know how you can laminate large pieces of paper, but we can try. Look at, see, I screwed myself. I screwed myself. Oh, I screwed myself. I screwed myself. Can I pull this van up since it's pretty much only on magazines? Yeah, we can pull this guy up. And I could put this on the edge over here. We are going to go for a picnic in the mountains today. I was fully looking forward to spending the day at home, but my girls deserve something fun. I've promised them something fun for a long time, and it hasn't been able to happen because it's just life just doesn't let things happen. So they might have fun up in the mountains, have a nice picnic, and enjoy some beautiful scenery, you know. I thought it would be nice. But we stayed home yesterday, so, you know, I guess I can't hope for Brian to stay home 2 days in a row. He can't. He's one of those people, he can't stay home. He can't. I don't know why. COVID was so hard for him because, you know, we spent a lot of time in the mountains during COVID because that was like the only place that we could drive to was up in the mountains. So we spent a lot of time. We spent a lot of time perusing through the mountains. We haven't taken a ride through the mountains in a long time. It is something we were doing pretty regularly, like around COVID and shortly after the whole mess started to clear up. It's funny because I'm listening to a podcast right now, and the podcast takes place like in the height of COVID, and it's funny listening to them say, oh, you know, we don't know what's going to happen with this in our society in 5 years. And I'm like, I'm just going to let you know right now, nothing much has changed. And as a matter of fact, society as a whole has gotten worse since COVID. My personal opinion. Society has gone right down the flusher. All my little red vans. All my little red vans. Let's see. No, that's too big. It's too big to go anywhere. I need smaller. I need smaller vehicles. Like this little guy. Right? This can go up here. This can go over here or up here. Yeah, we're going to put that at the top because I don't like those little sticky outies. So yeah, we like our mountain rides, and you know, it's something that we do as a family that we all enjoy. And this time of year, there's lots of wildflowers and, you know, things all year long. There's cool things to see in the mountains. Like last year, honestly, the last time we went for a ride in the mountains was last fall. How weird is that? But anyway, everybody had broccoli growing. I've never seen a broccoli plant before until last year when we were up through the mountains. I said, what is that weird looking plant? And when I got a closer look, you know, in one of the intersections we've stopped at, it was frickin' broccoli. So there's always different flowers and plants growing in the mountains, and it's beautiful, like, because it's different all the time, you know. Little Chevy symbol from the Fitties. There you go. Stick that right at the bottom of that ugly car there. So we enjoy that, you know, we enjoy the nature aspect of it. And, you know, it's nice to get out. It's nice to just get away from this without having to go grocery shopping or a doctor's appointment or some ridiculous thing, you know. You just can get away and, whoa, sorry, I whacked my head on the thing. You just get away and just, you know, do something enjoyable for a little while. And enjoyable for us is mountain riding. Riding up around through the mountains. And sometimes we stop, like there's places that we have stopped where the river, you know, nice river or a park. We have stopped at some really great parks. This one park we stopped at remind me of being in like an enchanted woodland, because it had all of these stone picnic tables, like, you know, the cement picnic tables that they then covered in stone. They had a ton of those, but each picnic table was like tucked into a little wooded area, and the trees around it was all rhododendrons. So you were like enclosed in rhododendrons, and the ground was stone and moss. I made some videos of it a long time ago. It was like, it was amazing. It was just, what an amazingly, you know, great place. I don't even know if we could find that again. I don't know. And there's places on the parkway that have opened back up. Hurricane Helene tore up the Blue Ridge Parkway pretty good in a lot of places. So, you know, it has been, a lot of it's been closed down. And like today on the news, they said they've opened another 8-mile stretch, I think, of the parkway. So maybe sometimes when we're in the mountains, we collide with the parkway and we just drive the parkway for a little while. If you haven't seen the Blue Ridge Parkway in the Virginia and North Carolina mountains, I highly recommend it. We haven't even driven the whole parkway, so I can't even speak for all of it. I'm just moving my big things because I'm onto smalls now. I cannot speak to the whole parkway, but I can say that I've seen some in the Asheville area years ago, and I have seen some in the Virginia, North Carolina border area. I've seen a lot of it in the southern Virginia. And everything that I've seen has been stunning. And there's so much to learn, you know, like, there's just so much to the parkway that there's places to pull off. There's different, oh, yeah, he brought the car down to get the tractor. There's so many houses and farms. Like there's this one farm, maybe we'll find it again today, that's still there, preserved, and nobody lives in the house. You know, you can look in the house and stuff. But the cool part about this is it's along the river, and it's, you know, there's big giant stones going down to the river, and they created a little stone hut over the river. Okay, now stick with me here, because this is like really incredible. And that is what they used as a refrigerator. The cold river water brought the temperature of that little hut down, and they would leave their perishable goods either sitting right there in the river, because it didn't rage right there. It was just a little offshoot of the river. And because of the fact that it's in the, in the hole of the mountains, the air is already cooler. And of course the water is cold coming out of the mountains. So I thought that was amazing. I was like, what a great freaking idea, And it has fences and there's signs that talk about their, that they had livestock. But I just thought that that was such a good idea to keep your things good. There's going to be some tractor noise, so I apologize for that. It keeps your goods good, because it's the river water's refrigerator temperature, really, It's pretty much just a refrigerator. We like that. We like going to the river. The cold water is nice and refreshing when it's really hot, but we have not been able to spend any time at the river because of the excessive amounts of moisture that has come flying out of the sky. So when it rains heavy, even if it doesn't rain heavy right here, because our in general region on this planet has had heavy rain, there have been the water comes down through the mountains. So even on days that we had no rain, they probably had a ton up in the mountains. So yeah, that's been a thing. That has been a thing. It has been so much fun. Just kidding. There's not been fun at all. The rain. So, I mean, even now, it hasn't rained in a while. I mean like 3 days. But even yesterday we were driving around. We had some errands to run. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday. And the river was high and murky, which means rain somewhere nearby. And, but it's funny because it'll run high like that when there's rain, when the water's, in excess in the mountains. And then within a day, it'll clear right up and it'll just be regular flowing river on any given day. I mean, not like it only takes a day. It takes days sometimes for it to go down. But then all of a sudden, like 1 minute you drive by and it's raging higher than hell, and then you come by 20 minutes later and it's right back to normal. Rivers are weird. But we haven't even bothered. We haven't even bothered trying to go because you just don't know. You just don't know what the river's going to be like when you get there. You just have no clue. My glue page is gluey. My glue page is gluey. Sorry, you're not even able to see my whole flying, because I've just been sticking vans down everywhere. Get rid of these freaking vans. But anyway, that was my super long mountain rant. I'm excited for some mountain riding. This page too apparently has had glue on it, but it's like dried. I've used the hell out of this magazine for a glue magazine. And then you just throw it away. And it's a magazine that I've already harvested. So it's, there's nothing in it I want. Nothing in it that I need. Although this multicolored goop is pretty cool, but I don't need any multicolored goop. My life is multicolored goop, okay? So girls are back again to school tomorrow. We started early. Yes, we start early because they get out at the end of May. They get out before Memorial Day, so I don't like that they go back in the middle of August. But I do like that they get out nice and early, and June is much nicer than May, in my opinion. It's been like 35 minutes, so I'm gonna end it here, and then we'll do some more different pages later. But yeah, this is my car page. Love it, love it. Thanks for listening to me babble, my whole life away. I love you all. Ta-ta for now.